hits the first free throw. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Danny Green to James. Danny Green, knocked loose. Clippers have got it. Oh, big finish at the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Lets it fly from long range. That's what the King does. James, the quick catch and shoot there for 3.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Davis. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Paul George. First couple didn't go. That one is true. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively, he makes those clutch shots. It re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
James into the front court. His team up by 7. Kyle Kuzma, strong finish. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Cousins throws it up, throws it down off the alley-oop pass. AD, is he a new age big?
Easy answer is yes. He is Mr. Versatility. He can do everything on both the offensive and the defensive end. He can fight the post, battle for position. He can protect the rim. Plus, if you switch, he can guard guards on the perimeter. That's what you love about AD. You need something, he has an answer for it.
Anthony Davis. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
The versatility of Anthony Davis makes him one of the most special players in the league today. He can score on you with his back to the basket, but if you also leave him open on the perimeter, he's going to knock that down with ease.
To Cousins. Davis. And that's going to get out of bounds. Off a Laker. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Here's LeBron for 2. Somehow finds a way to get it to go. Can't fault the D.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Strong finish for Paul George.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Curling inside. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
And the Lakers have the rebound. Kyle Kuzma. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
PG lets it fly. Paul George. He's now 4 for 6. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Lakers have the lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. LA Clippers with the basketball. Williams. Cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
Look, as a player, this stuff happens all the time. No need to make this into something bigger than what it really is. Move on to the next play, get locked in.
The pass taken away by the Lakers.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
LeBron James, terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
LeBron into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. To Caldwell Pope from long range. And the rebound brought down by Harrell. Has a chance. Missed that one. You want to see more, knowing the defender was still right there.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Buries it into 3. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds with the agilities of a guard. He can blow by it. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
LeBron James, defended by Harkless. Davis. That won't go. To Williams. Trying to cash in. And it's Davis for the rebound. JaVale McGee to Caldwell Pope. Nothing going here on that drive. Caldwell Pope to Danny Green. Has a look. Add 2 points to the board.
That's dangerous. A little hezzy cross and knockdown. Lots of options going to open up as the game unfolds.
Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. George, and he knocks it down, Jay.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
James to Davis. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, Anthony Davis, not sure why he was left so wide open.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
To George. To Leonard. For 3, Kawhi Leonard in his own world. Nobody near him. He sinks it for 3.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
James. to Kyle Kuzma. Fires the three. No issues for Kuzma. Hand in his face. He drills it.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to your stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Caldwell Pope. And George able to gobble up the rebound. Leonard buries the wide open three. That's too easy.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
LeBron James drills the three.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip, and when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
And drills it. Jay, spacing can be a beautiful thing. Here's LeBron for two. And it's Beverly there to grab the rebound. Leonard. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Caldwell Pope. Nobody even close. Count the basket for Caldwell Pope.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough two than a wide open three.
That's it. First half has come to an end. The Lakers have the lead. All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. It's LA Clippers ball. Lou Williams. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Caldwell Pope to James. On the shot clock. James, he has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from three-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
That's how you defend.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it. To Harkless. Had a good look there, but it's no good. LeBron into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. 4-3. It's been a good night from beyond the arc. He's 5 of 6 from deep.
It's called room and rhythm, Ed. If you don't crowd him defensively, you allow him to have room, he will find that rhythm from behind the arc.
Little R&R has never hurt anybody, Jay. LeBron here against Harkless. Nothing going here on that drive. And Jay, they call the foul.
Just a tic-tac foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
James, the pass taken away by the Clippers.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Danny Green to James. Five seconds to shoot. James. Rebound taken down by Harkless. Williams across the timeline. His guys trail by 10. Nothing going here on that drive. Lou Williams. 3 for 6 now.
Ooh, I'm telling you from experience, his teammates will never let that one down.
Oh, he had it. To Williams. And draws the foul.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Lou Williams, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 83% free throw shooter. First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
Anthony Davis.
James, here against Harkless. Cruises inside for 2.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Shifting gears, here come some substitutions.
Los Angeles Clippers. Number 2, Kawhi Leonard.
George. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. And he powers it home. 2 more points for Anthony Davis.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
George, oh, good offense, beating good defense.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Leonard to Beverly. Anthony Davis blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. Leonard, he's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off 3-point shots.
James, second, and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
You've got to get that one to go.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Leonard. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Kyle Kuzma, strong finish.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Paul George to Leonard. Fires the 3, add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
LeBron James with the rock. Davis buries it on the catch and shoot.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
And too much contact.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Team foul number 2. First foul in the last 2 minutes. Subbing in for the Los Angeles
The
Lakers.
pass taken away by the Lakers. That's the end of the quarter. The Lakers have the lead. It's Lakers ball as we start the 4th quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the 4th quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the 4th.
To Paul George. Going to launch beyond the arc. And Paul George, not sure why they left him that wide open. Takes advantage.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
James to Kyle Kuzma. Here's a chance from long range. Oh, that's how it's done.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
The assist from number 3, Anthony
Leonard. That right there, Jay, his 8th three of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
James. Oh, a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Davis to James. Clippers have it. George gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
I know the refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Leonard. The hot night continues. He's hit 9 threes here tonight.
Uh-oh, someone's getting towards that single-game record territory. He's having that kind of night.
Danny Green, there's the toss. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
To Davis. Beyond the arc for 3. Anthony Davis makes it look easy as he hits the 3.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion, the backspin. It gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
George.
To number 3, Anthony Davis.
Paul George. He's going to get 3 shots here. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Second and 3 is good. 3 for 3. Nice. To Danny Green. Lets it fly from long range. Drills the 3.
And if a player can make a shot at a high percentage, especially when the defense is caught backpedaling, that's a shot you should shoot every time.
Leonard. 10 threes for him now in the game, Jay. Just astonishing.
And I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's only happened 30-something times since the three-point line went into effect in 1979. Goes to show you how big of a night he's having.
How old were you back then?
I wasn't that born yet, my friend.
Boom, baby. Danny Green to Kyle Kuzma. Has a chance. Count the basket.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
George lets it fly. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Kuzma against Paul George. And the rebound taken down by the Clippers. Strong finish for Paul George. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
LeBron with it up top. All tied up. Just underway in this 4th. Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Across the timeline comes James. The lead is 2. From long range, trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good.
1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter.
Leonard. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
It's good for 3.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
James into the front court. Leads a bucket to Danny Green. Oh, nice find for the basket.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Kyle Kuzma with the block. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Kyle Kuzma. Leonard. And the rebound gathered in by Davis. Kyle Kuzma. And the rebound taken in by George. LeBron James sends it away. Leonard. Textbook defense. Kawhi Leonard pins it. The Lakers get the victory as they win this one by 4. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen.